my gorgeous Capricorns, this is Debs and this is your reading, of course, for June 2026. Cappy, I got a lovely energy coming through for you guys. There was almost a sort of heart-swelling gratitude energy that I felt in meditation. It's almost as if you could have felt you were about to get tearful, but happy tears, male or female, because what I felt was someone might have done something or said something in the past which caused you to disconnect or caused you to feel they just don't care. They don't care. Okay, fine, all right. But Capricorn, what is going to occur now is a sort of coming together of the energies, a sort of soft merging. A soft merging. I saw someone taking the wrapper off a pat of butter. And they looked at it and they thought, oh, okay, it's going to be really difficult to spread on bread easily because it's rock hard. So they put it on a windowsill in the sunshine, and half an hour later, they could use it. Oh, lovely, I can spread this easily. Beautiful. So I don't know, Cappy, whether or not, forgive the pun, someone is buttering you up, but not in a negative sense because they want something. They may be realizing that a course of action they took in the past or something they said in the past caused you to begin to disconnect or caused you to sort of shut down your emotion. Cappy, you're going to be opening up to this person again because they want to make amends for something that happened in the past. I want to say, Caps, you're still going to feel slightly confused. You are still going to feel a little reticent in completely opening up to this person, but I'm hearing it's step one. It's step one. And you're sort of keeping your fingers crossed that this energy between you two that's building, that's nice and soft, is going to continue. I'm seeing 444, okay? So that could be relevant for one or two of you. Let's just get into this, Cappy, and see what comes through. So the deck that I'm using is the Divination deck. Thank you, Michael. If you guys want a private reading, everything is listed down below. And thank you if you are a member. Bless your hearts, guys. Yeah. Cappy, I mean, it's all to come. I'm hearing it's all to come. 3 of Wands. Caps, you may somehow feel that deep down your ships are about to come in. It's going to be okay. It's going to happen. I'm going to be fine. But I also feel that with this person doing what they are going to do or saying what they're going to say, you're going to feel far less anxious. You're going to feel far less down about a situation. It's as if this very small act of kindness or this apology shifts everything for you, makes you feel much more optimistic, makes you feel more enthusiastic, makes you feel as if, okay, life isn't too bad, let's just carry on. Yeah, it's going to have a huge effect on you, Cappy. Crossing that energy is the 4 of Pentacles. Yes, previously this person was shut down, or previously this person, Cappy, might even have been sat in a little bit of sort of me first, you later energy. And it might have upset you because this is someone that you may have done a lot for in the past, or this is someone, Cappy, who you might have cherished, supported previously. And you might have thought, okay, when it comes to the point where I need a little bit of TLC or I need a little bit of support, they're obviously going to step up. Cappy, I think the shock for you was in the past, they didn't. They didn't. And there might have been a growing sense of, well, that's sort of upsetting me deep down, but you pushed it down, you pushed it down. Everything is set to change, guys. In the past, yeah, Queen of Pentacles. In the past, Cappy, you either were connected to someone who was all about the money, okay? Yeah, Cappy, you do what you want to do. I'm hanging on to my stability. You might have expected this person to be a little bit more generous with you and shocked that they weren't. Or Cappy, you just felt disconnected. If you're coming through in feminine energy, you might have felt somebody could have helped, or somebody could have asked if you were okay, and they just didn't. All right, guys. In the immediate past, the Hierophant, you might have been connected to a Taurian. Or you might have thought to yourself, okay, this is just how this person is. This is how this person lives their life. Everything's sort of neat and tidy, everything tied up with a little bow, everything neatly sorted, not terribly connected to their emotions, not sort of open-hearted. The way, Cappy, that I feel you were in the past. This was someone all about stability, all about following everything in a very traditional way, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, right? I've ticked that box, good. A little bit cold, I want to say, and I don't wish to insult anyone, just a bit cold with you. You felt it, but you put it down to the fact that, well, it was just this person. That's just the way they are. I love them. I care about them. It's just the way they are. But deep down, there was a sense that you felt a bit hurt, is what I'm getting. I think you delved into your spirituality, Capricorn, or you carried on your day-to-day life trying to forget about the situation. In your thoughts now, guys, is the Knight of Swords. Okay, Cappy. What you're thinking about is you reached a point in the past where you lost it with this person. I don't think this is you angry now. I think this is you thinking about the situation from the past, thinking about a moment. It could have been a split second. It could have been you getting angry at the end of a conversation and then cooling down again. You remember a little bit of tension between the two of you. And you're thinking about this now because this person is changing. They're changing the way they communicate with you. They're changing the way they treat you. You are confused. You don't quite know where this has come from. It could be this is somebody who's simply getting older. It could be, Cappy, this is someone who's looked back at the past and thought, you know what? Yes, I totally understand why Capricorn started to disconnect. You're thinking about this argument as you wait for your ships to come in now. Okay, Caps, I just stopped the camera to move the light behind me because I felt that it was a bit dark. I hope that's helped. But at the same time, I glanced at the clock and it was 11:11. Now that is you being spiritually guided. You may be starting almost from scratch or in a new cycle, which makes you feel very stable. I don't know, Cappy, whether or not somebody's helping you out financially, releasing their grip on the pentacles. Okay. But let's just carry on, guys. In the immediate future, oh gosh, okay, we have you. What you're thinking about is this person seems to have miraculously changed. Previously, you might have thought they were sat in quite a lot of shadow. What you're recognizing in the future is they're changing, but I don't know, Caps, whether or not you trust it's going to be ongoing or whether or not you feel they're being super nice to you or they're suddenly appreciating you or they're apologizing to you because they've got something cooking, right? They want something from you. You're trying not to think that way. You're trying to think, okay, great, they changed, good. In your fears, Cappy, the Three of Swords, fearing that you're not going to quite be able to push away heartbreak from the past. You're still going to be remembering from time to time what happened. Also fearing, Cappy, that they're going to shift again. They're going to move into their shadow again. You're slightly nervous. In the environment, and this is this person's energy, okay, the Ace of Swords. They seem to have told themselves a truth about you. That they were harsh in the past, that they were a little bit cutting in the past, that they wanted to win in the past. We have a crown here. They've seen the light, Cappy, And I think what they've realised is the reason why you began to detach, you turned a little bit cold towards this person, was simply because of the way that they were behaving. They've recognised that. It's as if they're looking at themselves from a higher perspective and they're thinking, okay, yes, I see now, you know? In your hopes, guys. Oh, Page of Pentacles. Oh, Cappy. Yeah. I mean, you're really hoping that this is going to continue. You guys are going to move into a cycle where you're far nicer to each other. You're not going to be quite so distant because you might have felt hurt. This person is going to continue to soften the energy between you. You're keeping your fingers crossed. Again, I'm hearing that from here on, it's going to be smooth sailing. And the outcome, guys, the sun. Capricorn, the sun. This is happiness. This is you feeling a weight lifted. This is you, Capricorn, understanding that this is going to continue, is what I'm hearing. This energy is going to continue. Clarification for you guys. The King of Pentacles, okay, might be connecting with a masculine, Cappy, or you might have had issues with a King of Pentacles. And we have the Empress. Now, Caps, this could be a masculine who gave all their time, attention, energy, support to an Empress and left you sat in the Queen of Pentacles energy, ignored you. This could be anyone. This could be this person's ex-wife, ex-baby mama, right? Or Cappy, if we look at this in a deeper sense, you could have realised that this person has suddenly seen your perspective, your side of things, and they're softening. And so, Cappy, you may be shifting from interacting with this person sat in your masculine to shifting into the Empress energy, merging the masculine with the feminine. As they are being much nicer to you, if they are suddenly seeing the light, recognizing why you distanced yourself, they're recognizing as they soften, Cappy, so are you. And again, I'm seeing a sort of a merging of energies, and I'm seeing somebody slicing easily into butter. All right. So, Caps, Ace of Swords, this person's energy, they've recognized a truth that with the Nine of Cups, they were sat in some form of overindulgence, only thinking about themselves, only thinking about their life, their needs, their goals, their dreams. They didn't think about you. They might have behaved in a slightly selfish manner, and they're recognizing that. Yeah. They kept telling you, Capricorn, that they cared, but their actions told you otherwise. Well, yes, you tell me that you care about me. You tell me you want to support me. But from what I can see, you're doing exactly the opposite. So, guys, underneath the deck, fascinating, we have Scorpio. Okay. There might have been a Scorpio in the mix, which caused the divide between the two of you. You may not have known about that or anything about somebody else. Or Cappy, you are recognizing that this person is changing drastically. They're being very supportive, they're being loving, they're being kind, they're being communicative. It's as if you're just a little bit suspicious. Well, what's changed? Well, I think they realised, Capricorn, that either you found out a truth, that they were sat in overindulgence, or Cappy, they recognised that you were pulling back because they kept telling you they cared about you, but actually acted in a way which said to you very clearly, you don't give a damn. And they're seeing it. You are slightly suspicious, Nine of Wands. You're looking at this person or thinking about the situation in a slightly untrusting manner. How long are they going to be like this? Are they going to shift back into their old ways? You don't know. We have Virgo with the energy of the Hermit. You could be thinking of a Virgo, guys, or you could be stepping back and just seeing what unfolds. Is this energy going to last? I think it will, Caps, because the final card is the Sun. But we'll delve in, see where this goes. Archangel Michael, tell us about the Three of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Yes, Capricorn. Good news. I'm hearing shocking good news. This person may be reaching out to say, I want to help you. I want to support you. I want to see you. Is there anything I can do? And Capricorn, you may be thinking, I just don't get it. What's changed? What's changed? You don't get it. Yeah, no, communication coming in. Wow. Communication coming in. Are you okay, Cappy? What can I do? Can I do anything? Are you okay? How have things been? Cappy, you may be thinking, are they play acting, or are they now seeing the error of their ways? You are still a little bit nervous. You don't trust it. You want to, but it's such an unusual energy for this person to sit in, given the way they were in the past, is what I'm getting. Yeah. Yes, you're not quite trusting this. Communication's coming in, Gabby. Great news. Great news. I want to do this for you. I want to help you with that. I want to give you that. And you're thinking, you didn't do this before. Why now? Why now? Yep. My God, you make me laugh. The Page of Cups. You may be feeling, Gabby, yeah, they're lying. Yeah, no, they want something from me. They're not usually this nice. They're not usually this supportive. You don't trust it. My Caps. Yes. You may be feeling they're acting as if they want to come and help me. They're acting as if they want everything to go well for me. I want to help you move forward, Cappy, in victory and success. And you're there looking at this person, side-eyeing this person, thinking, why? Why do you suddenly want life to go really well for me? Because you didn't seem that warm and loving before. You didn't seem to give a damn before. So guys, let's have a look at the Queen of Pentacles. The Five of Cups. Okay, that can be sadness. That can be a bit of sadness. It can be a little bit of guilt. Page of Swords. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, Knight of Wands. Now, Caps, male or female, you may either have discovered that this person had been connected to somebody else. You could be an older child realizing that your mum or your dad was potentially having a fling with somebody else. Or this could have been someone, Cappy, you were romantically connected to. You may have felt they'd hidden the fact that they had cheated on you. They may also have done something reckless, which caused you to sit in a very uncomfortable situation, and they never apologized for it. Well, sorry, but this made sense. Well, sorry, Capricorn, but this is the way we thought things should go. They didn't think about you. They only thought about themselves. They did feel guilty in the past, but I think, Caps, they brushed it under the carpet. You may never have known for sure, but they may now be realizing that you did figure out the truth. And so this is this person thinking, okay, if I don't want to lose Cappy, I have to be super nice. I have to make sure that I put a lot of effort into this. I have to let Cappy know that I'm there, right? Because they're nervous, Capricorn, that you found out a truth. The Page of Swords can also be somebody very sharp, very cold. They did feel guilty about this in the past, or they knew that you felt upset. If they realised that you were upset, Capricorn, they may not have connected you feeling upset with them doing something that wasn't right, because they may not have felt that you knew back here. But you might have known, or you may have had an inkling. So after that time, Caps, they said to you, well, you know, life ticks on, or yes, I had to take a course of action in the past that was difficult for me to manage because I needed to make sure everything worked out. What you were thinking about was, well, yes, it benefited you, obviously, but it didn't benefit anyone else, and you might have felt hurt. So this person sort of tied up everything so it was nice and tidy, and might have felt they got away with something. What were you thinking in the immediate past? Yes, 9 of Swords. You were far more upset than you let on. You buried your feelings. You thought, okay, I'm not going to say anything. And you quietly healed, Capricorn. But you may not have known exactly what you were healing from. You just felt this person's energy shift. They began to cling on to absolutely everything. They started to be very cold with you. You might have felt them disconnect emotionally. It hurt. It hurt, Cappy. Wow. Okay, guys. It may have been much more painful for you than you let on. 10 of Swords. I don't understand why you didn't say anything when this happened, Capricorn. It may be that you felt you were just quietly disconnecting, going on with your life. You didn't want to have a massive argument. It might have been, Capricorn, that you felt, well, maybe you were wrong, but you knew something was going on. And that energy became darker and darker that you felt between the two of you. I feel, Caps, as a result of you feeling hurt, feeling as if you needed to pull away, you may have become testy with this person, a bit sharp. In return, you mirrored their energy. You're thinking about this now because everything seems to be changing, sort of miraculously, confusingly. Yes, the moon. What you're thinking about is, did they recognize that I knew what was going on in the past? And this is them suddenly feeling that thud of guilt. Oh my God, they found out, right? Or what you're thinking about is, have they just recognized that they weren't sat in a very pleasant energy in the past and they're sort of trying to make amends? But if that is the case, Caps, you're so not used to this person in the nicest sense, being sweet-natured, being loving, being caring, being supportive, in whatever way that is. You're so not used to them sitting in that energy, you don't trust it. You just don't trust it. You're sitting there thinking, I don't know, is this going to last? Are they going to go back to the way they were? Yeah. Yes, confused. Yes, I mean, the moon and the 7 of Cups is, well, I don't know what's going on here, but this person seems to be behaving very differently. What else are you considering here? Oh, all right, Judgment. You may feel, Cappy, this person has faced Judgment Day. Either they've had issues in their life that could be put down to karma, strange things happening in their life, which might have caused them a few problems, and they've woken up to the fact that they shouldn't be sat in their shadow, they're cleaning up their act. Or Cappy, they may feel as if you found out exactly what they were doing. You could have called Judgment Day, but you decided not to. You could have called them out and made them feel embarrassed, put them on the spot, but you held back from doing that even though you felt betrayed or hurt. And they're recognizing, Capricorn, that that was an incredible thing you did. You could have sought some kind of revenge. You could have felt all bitter about this, but you didn't. You emotionally detached, but you didn't point the finger. And they are appreciating that. So guys, in the immediate future, we have the devil. Okay, now this could be you just thinking, what is going on with this person? They're normally sat in their shadow. I don't trust it. Or can be, this is just your own energy. You're kind of thinking, I don't understand what's going on with them. They are recognizing a truth, but you found out they were sat in overindulgence. And despite the fact that they told you they cared, told you they were going to be supported, their actions didn't match their words. They weren't, actually. They weren't. They weren't very pleasant. They weren't very supportive. They didn't help you in times of need. They didn't. But they kept saying to you, oh, Cappy, I'm here. Oh, Cappy, I'm sure things will work out. Don't worry, Capricorn, I'm around. You just couldn't understand the dichotomy. You couldn't understand that one minute they were super nice, the next minute they weren't at all. So, Archangel Michael, when do we have the devil and the Ace of Swords for my Capricorns? Thank you, Michael. The 17th of August, straight out, 17th of August, he's pointing forward to the 28th of September. 17th of August to the 20th of September. So, Cappy, you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait a couple of months. It may well be that this person decides to finally come out with the truth that they were overindulgent, because they may be realizing, Cappy, that you figured out what was going on in the past, but you chose not to say anything, i.e. what they're recognizing is, whilst you were sat feeling confused and heartbroken and very unhappy, they weren't being very pleasant to you. You had to cope with a lot. So they're recognizing, Cappy, you were hurt because they were very cold towards you, unsupportive, and they're also recognizing, Capricorn, that you might have found out about a little secret. Oh my gosh, Ace of Swords. Let's have a look at this person's energy. Ace of Wands. Oh, Capricorn. I think they figured out the truth that you found out about a fling, an affair. They're recognizing you actually found out. Look at that, yes. And we have the Tower. Oh my gosh. Capricorn. Aries energy, Scorpio energy. And they are now determined to move into a new cycle. As a changed person is what I'm hearing. As a changed individual. What are they detaching from? What are they moving away from? Yes. Being unpleasant, being difficult with you, being slightly argumentative, and it might be, Cappy, because they felt guilty because of what they did. What are they berating themselves about? Okay, they took a leap of faith and a risk. They moved into an overindulgent energy. It might be they were worried you'd find out, so they might have disconnected from you, been less communicative, didn't feel comfortable in seeing you so much. Whatever your association with this person, you felt their energy change. They are now realizing, Cappy, that you actually knew the truth. And they are mortified and they want to try and make amends. Wow. Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, Capricorn, they've been in their head as to whether or not you intuited what they did. They are also very surprised, Capricorn, that you didn't call them out. You could have done, but you chose not to. You knew about their little secret, but you said nothing. This is someone who is looking back at the past in a lot of regret. I really care about this person. I've known this person for a long time. And I hid this from them. I was cold with them. I wasn't supportive. I said I cared, but I didn't show Cappy that I actually did. Guys, this is just someone feeling intensely guilty and wanting to do whatever they can to make you feel part of their life again, make you feel comfortable, wanting to help you, wanting to be there for you. What you're thinking about is, this is so strange. But the reason, Cappy, they're being like this is that they have figured out that you realised what they were doing. They thought they were able to keep this a secret. No. Let's have a look at your energy, guys. Yeah. Capricorn, you're going to go from feeling a bit obsessed about this, a bit confused about their behaviour. I can't believe they hurt me. I can't believe they caused me this pain, to, oh my gosh, this person has completely changed. This person has completely changed. They have changed their attitude towards me. And because of that, Cappy, it's as if you're able to release the burden as well. The burden of hanging on to something that you knew potentially was going on, but you weren't certain. Emperor. Wow. Cappy, if this is a family dynamic, you may realise that this person, your mum, your dad, has patched things up with their partner. Everything is sorted out now. They have apologised for sitting in overindulgent energy and being reckless. Cappy, if you are sat in your masculine, you are now feeling able to take charge of your life because a mystery is going to be solved here. You're not going to obsess about this anymore, and you're going to take massive strides forward. If you're a feminine, Cappy, you might be having a conversation with your dad or your brother or your other half. It's all going to change, guys. Yes, yes. There may be a conversation about someone falling in love unexpectedly, or it could be, Cappy, that this is you coming together with this person again, just feeling that genuine warmth. Yes, yes. You're going to be able to drop the burden, guys. What is ending with the world is the burden. What is ending, Cappy, is the burden. Yes. You may find they are very humble towards you now. They're not sitting on their high horse. They're not trying to lord it over you. They're not trying to wear a false mask. This is someone who is going to humble themselves with you because they realised that you knew, or they've realised you found out, or they have recognised that they were very unpleasant to you because they felt guilty about keeping a secret. And Caps, in a strange way, this releases you from the past energy, feeling hurt, feeling obsessed about this, not quite sure what to do. And you're marching forward with victory and success, guys. It's as if this energetically held you back. And now this is all coming to light. Now this person is changing their energy. Now the truth is on the table. You can let it go, finally, and move forward. What is the energy between you two? Whoever this is, guys. The Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. They recognized, Cappy, that you found out they were trying to manifest something in their life, sitting in shadow. And now everything is going to be out on the table, Cappy. You're moving into a very powerful energy, manifesting the new in your life. Yes. So, guys, what you're fearing is that they're going to shift back to their old ways, or you are going to occasionally look back at the past feeling a bit heartbroken. What you are hoping, Caps, is that with the energy of the Page of Pentacles, this apology is real. They may even be giving you something, Cappy. They may be bringing you a gift. Okay, they could be helping you financially if that's relevant. There may also be a conversation here about a child, all right? And the final card, guys, is the Sun. I mean, this is full enlightenment, full clarity, enabling you to start again, enabling you to move on to a beautiful new cycle, move forward in your life, releasing the past, releasing the tension, because the confusion is going to be blown up. This is beautiful, guys. So, my lovely Capricorns, let's have a look at the sun. Yes, enlightenment, full enlightenment that this person was feeling guilty about the past. Full enlightenment. Full enlightenment about what? About what? That they left you to sacrifice. They now see your perspective, Capricorn. This could be a Leo, an earth sign, a fellow earth sign. This could be a Pisces. What are they recognizing that you found out here? Oh, the Lovers. Yes, that they might have sneakily been connected to somebody else, even temporarily. Okay. A lot of major arcana here, guys. The Lovers is Gemini. There may be a Gemini in the mix. What are they thinking? They want to reconcile with you. They want to pull you closer to them. They want everything to soften between the two of you. This is reconciliation. Whether or not this is your partner, whether or not this is a family situation, they are going over and above, Capricorn, because they recognize that you found out the truth, but you didn't call them out. You could have done, but you chose not to. They are shocked and glad about that, because you could have done. What is your energy, guys? The King of Wands. Capricorn, you're on fire again. You're inspired again. Or you could be thinking about an Aries, Leo, Sag who is taking action. Okay. Justice. Capricorn, this is justice for you. This is justice for you. They are sorting this out. They are balancing out a situation. They are balancing out the situation, Caps. Ooh, and there could be an amazing opportunity given to you from this person. Or Cappy, if this is at all linked to finances, for some reason, you may be given quite a lot of money. It could be a very elaborate, I'm sorry. It could be this person, if this is your partner, saying, let's start all over again. Caps, this is really good news for you. This is good news, guys. Yes. Wow. 10 of Cups. This is you two reconciling, or this is this person working hard to bring a family situation back together again. I think they are seeing you in a different light, Cappy. You could have pointed the finger. You could have called this person out. You could have put them on the spot. You could have made this person feel incredibly uncomfortable, and you decided, for whatever reason, not to. You buried the hurt. You buried the confusion. And this person is suddenly realizing what you've had to cope with emotionally, and that is why they are moving into this brand new energy. They've been doing a lot of soul searching, Capricorn, realizing that you knew all along, but you chose not to say anything. And they are thinking about that and saying to themselves, Capricorn didn't need to keep this to themselves, but they did. And this is them sort of saying, thank you, and I'm sorry, right? So guys, this is a really beautiful reading. I think you're going to move forward in leaps and bounds, Cappy, with the energy of the sun. This person is going to continue to treat you with respect. They are going to continue to treat you with appreciation. They are going to make sure that you're okay going forward. This energy they're sat in, Cappy, is not going to shift again. Lovely. So guys, let's finish the reading with a message from Archangel Michael. Here we go, guys. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Capricorns, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, to close out their June reading? Make a commitment, Capricorn. Okay, so the prayer reads, Archangel Michael, as the angel of courage and confidence, I call upon you now to lend me your strength. Allow me to commit to myself, my life, and my divine purpose. Please clearly guide me so I can fully open my heart to every experience. Cappy, for some reason, I think this whole situation sort of caused you maybe to step off your path, caused you to sit in negative energy, caused you to feel very mistrusting. And I think, Cappy, you are firmly being pushed back on your original path, and you're going to be feeling a lot more optimistic. Yes, guys. So, my lovely Caps, I am leaving the reading there. I hope that's helped. Take care of you. And of course, I'm sending love and light your way and many blessings. Bye, Caps.